What's good, Libras? Let's get into your love reading. Libra, the sign of harmony and balance. Let's see what's good in your love life. What's keeping you from finding healthy romantic love? Okay. For those watching, if you want to book a personal tarot reading with me, you can head over to my website. Link will be in the description box below, GaiaLogia.com. Okay. I do love readings, I do like questions, I do general guidance, whatever it is. But yeah, so if you have Libra and your sun, moon, rising, or Venus sign, especially Venus, check those. And maybe this video will apply to you. Hopefully you get something out of it. All right. Let's get into this, Libra. Whoa. Whoa. I have really small hands. These cards are a little difficult to shuffle. I'm using the Modern Witch Tarot, by the way. Beautiful deck. Totally recommend. I wish I was sponsored. Okay. There goes your card coming out loud and clear. Already the cards are freaking yelling at you like, please do not shoot the messenger. I am so sorry for the read that's about to happen. I am so sorry. Shake that ass, ho. Shake that ass, ho. All right. Okay. All right, here we go, Libra. Bottom of the deck is the Six of Cups upright. So this could mean one of two things. So number one, maybe the people that you're going after are childish. Like literally, is that you trying to like mother a child and baby your partner possibly? Also, it could be something that you've been used to doing in your childhood, possibly with people pleasing and always going above and beyond to restore harmony and things like that in your setting and relationships could cause you to run into this issue with dating by holding on to people that you shouldn't be holding on to for too long, you know, or giving all of this energy and effort to someone who really doesn't deserve it. So that's the bottom of the deck. We're going to look into it, okay? This first row is like, so Eight of Pentacles in reverse is someone who is putting in a lot of work, hella work, working overtime to impress somebody or like people please. It's like you're not doing it for you, you know? You're putting in all of this work. Like, are they putting in the work too? Temperance in reverse next to that is showing me that there's an imbalance. Like you find yourself in situations where you're putting in more effort, you're putting in more work to restore balance and to make things, you know, kind of calm the storm. And that's not a relationship. That is you carrying it. That's not good. Like, when are you going to allow somebody to do that for you? Or when are you going to allow somebody to kind of match your energy in a dynamic? Because not a lot of that is happening here. And it's Wheel of Fortune in reverse is kind of saying like that is a recipe for disaster. Like the moment that it's unbalanced like that and you are putting in so much work over time. Also, Eight of Pentacles in reverse could be about like how you want to be perceived with this person as well. You're putting in all that work, not just to like save the relationship and make them appreciate it, but also people around you. Like you don't want to be seen as like, oh, like it failed or whatever. Like you don't want that under your belt because maybe you pride yourself so much on making things work and holding them together, right? So there's that. It's a lot of people pleasing. It's a lot of status and like reputation. Also with Temperance in reverse, girl, you should not be dating or getting involved with anybody if you know that you are off balance, that your equilibrium is off, meaning like maybe you are lacking in creativity, you're lacking in, you know, your inner child needs some loving, or emotionally you're not in a right place, right? Like you cannot use people and relationships as a way to kind of take you out of like a sad space or take you out of a rut, right? Like I feel like you are possibly using these flings and flirtatious devices as a distraction from what really needs attention, which is your heart. Queen of Pentacles. with the Ace of Cups, you're a nurturer, like I said, right? Like you have this motherly, like Venusian quality to you. Like you want to create beauty and abundance wherever you are. And I understand that need. Ace of Cups upright. It pleases you, possibly aesthetically, to have someone link arms with you, like to have someone by your side. I understand that. But this second row here is screaming, give all of that love and attention to yourself. Like 10 of Wands is like this. It's like you have stuff that we all have, burdens, we all have weight that we are carrying and baggage and trauma or whatever that we're carrying from our past like relationships and stuff. But we need to release those before we move forward. And this is kind of saying you should release that. Like I highly am seeing this Valentine's Day, Libra, do something different for a change, which is take yourself out. Like don't rely on anybody else. Go out with some friends or take yourself out on a date. Like stop using people or relying on someone else to kind of like restore that happiness for you, okay? Four of Pentacles in reverse. Once again, this is kind of like feeling possessive, or like someone is your accessory, or feeling like you need to hold on to something for dear life. Death upright next to the Page of Cups. This is kind of like showing us that that mentality needs to die. Death is kind of saying that it's 2020. It's time for you to have a rebirth in terms of how you go about dating and how you go about fulfilling your romantic life, because this is not going to cut it. Page of Cups in reverse is a lot of emotional immaturity and just kind of, like I said earlier, resorting back to childhood ways, possibly even trying to manipulate your environment to fall into what you desire it to be, which isn't genuine. So it doesn't feel good. You know what I mean? Something like that will only have you feeling empty at the end anyways. I also wonder if like you approach your dating life in a way that like you want to date people that you think can bring you through this change. Like you can do it on your own. You don't need to date someone to kind of bring you through that transition or that evolution. Like I feel like you are open to multiple of these dynamics failing because you're like, oh, okay, another one bites the dust. Restart, reset, right? Because maybe you're just good at flirting. You're good at getting your claws deep in somebody. And then boom, like you're moving on. But this is showing me that like you can't go on like this. Like eventually that luck is going to run out. It's not that simple type of thing, right? Like you can't go through people like paper. There is a lot of inner work that needs to be done. There is like, you have to acknowledge when like the flirting and like getting attention from people that you find hot or cute or admirable, like just for them, getting attention from them for the moment, like you have to see where that stems from insecurity or a period of neglect and not genuine interest. Okay. The tea is hot. So I'm gonna go. I really hope that resonates or helps you in some way. And thank you so much for watching. Bye.